too, officially.
All right, Ken, tell us a secret. How'd you make it past 5 years?
Serious?
Yeah.
Well, the part of it is just senior pastor. He was really open, prayed. We got together every week, shared, prayed. I think that was a lot of it.
You have a good relationship.
Yeah, we had a good relationship. I think he was just very flexible, very open to what we wanted to do. So I really appreciated that. I think that really was really helpful. In any other context, I never really had that. That was really tough. And it was also I was the first staff on English ministry, for English ministry. So I was the first kind of youth pastor or English pastor. So there's no precedent. so anything I did was kind of like a bonus or upgrade in the sense of what they had before. So I think that was also very helpful just to kind of start things off. But it was really hard trying to get traction for young adult ministry. I think we were starting with youth and just really like up and down for such a long time. And really just kind of discouraged by it, just because people would literally come through the doors and see it's all youth, and they just walk out. They wouldn't even buy stands, stuff like that. It would happen pretty often. And so I was pretty discouraged by that first couple of years. I mean, the youth group was going okay, and then went to one of my mentors from back in seminary. I was talking to him about it, and he had been in youth ministry for a really long time, and he was trying to encourage me. He's like, well, just invest in who you have right now, and they'll come back to be your leaders if you stay long enough. And I was like, it just seems so like far away. And you know, it turns out that's kind of how it happened. We had some key people who came, and around that same time, some people that I started with, the youth group, started to graduate, found jobs in the area, and they eventually became our future leaders. And our youth group became our singles group essentially, and brought their friends, and just critical mass kind of started happening, and we started having a young adult ministry. So now we're at a point where we're trying to figure out what now, because we're kind of having a small crowd at least, and trying to see where we need to go next. And so with the Taiwanese ministry, we need to talk a lot more about just where we're headed. I mean, those are conversations we did a lot of assuming, and now it's kind of like, we need to sit down and start talking. Because before it was just youth group, it's not really not much to talk about. Just do your job and that's it. But now we have people who are families, people who are mid-30s, 40s, and stuff like that, and we have to figure out where to go next.